Hello there and welcome to today's Daily Dominion. Just all sets. A little attacky. The Reckless was on Fool's Gold, so Maelstrom. Maelstrom is a trashing event, and then Reckless is on Fool's Gold, so Fool's Gold Reckless doesn't really do anything until you play two Fool's Golds. The first Fool's Gold just gives $1 twice because you aren't playing the Fool's Gold again with Reckless. You're just following its instructions again. And this is just one of those weird Dominion things that exists probably for some other interaction reason, like a one shot or something. I don't remember what it is, or durations or what. Probably not durations, but it's just one of those things that is worded in a sort of weird way to account for some other thing that can come up. But anyways, the upshot is here that Fool's Gold doesn't give 1 and 4. If you play single Fool's Gold, it gives 1 and 1. And then the next one gives 4 and 4. So two Fool's Golds play gives you more money than it would normally. One Fool's Gold place gives you more money than it would normally, but it's not a lot. And then, of course, it disappears. As far as the rest of the board, there's minion stuff that's kind of can be the core of your draw engine. Wheelwright can gain a lot of things, and there's everything here is. The night cards aren't, but all the action cards are friendly to minion roughly. Merchant Camp's not super great, but it's not the worst thing ever. The unfortunate thing here is that the trashing is a little bit awkward. You're gonna have to rely on Maelstrom really, which is fine. It'll be enough. Monastery is pretty bad. If you get lucky, it's fine, but there's no reason to think necessarily that you're going to get lucky. It's not, there's not a lot of maybe in the middle of the game you can afford to take one, but at that point you probably can just buy Maelstrom a couple times and be happy enough. And you may have even gotten to trash some. It's a little hard to say. You don't necessarily get to do the trashing part from Maelstrom on the opponent's turn very often because you won't have 5 cards in hand quite often, so that may not come up too much. But the opening's a little weird though because there's not really a great $3 buy. Like I said, Merchant Camp will be fine in the deck, but it's not super good. So I think you just have to get silver something just because the 4s and the 5s are much better here. It also maybe gives you a better shot at doing nice Maelstrom stuff early. So I think I'm going to take Patron Silver. The Villager effect on Patron isn't a huge deal. In fact, it's mostly not a deal at all, but it can occasionally help you do town stuff a little sooner. Like here, this is just pretty easy, I think, Maelstrom for these 3. And then this buy coming. So what has AI done? We both took Patron Silver. They take another Patron. I think second Patron is a little bit off. But it's fine. It's okay. It's certainly not bad. I think we're gonna take coin here and go ahead and buy the minions. There was a pretty good shot of hitting the so now the question is whether we just take the Wheelwright or whether we do our other Maelstrom trash now. With maybe one more coming down the line later on. I think I did go ahead and trash. It would have been nice if the estate was in here, but What can you do? Okay. So we're going to draw. This is a little bit of an awkward shuffle if we go to opt to trigger it, because we're only going to draw 4. Like, there'll be 2 coppers top decked, basically. And we're not going to get anything. It's not going to increase the amount of money we get. It's just going to attack them, which isn't bad, but let me think. So we'll just take the villager, I think. Go ahead and pick up the wheelwright. Okay. So here we can burn the villagers. We have so many of them. And then depending on what we draw here, yeah, we can pick up another 4 and buy a minion. So let's get a conspirator. It's basically between conspirator or town here. Both are pretty reasonable. We still have the villagers though, so I think we can wait on the town a little bit. Yeah, okay. Get to buy a minion. Go ahead and get a town here. We might be able to use the buy. There's a shot, there's a reasonable shot of getting to do plus buy here. Okay. There may be something to, we probably need to buy the minion. We don't want to fall behind on the minion stuff. I'm hoping eventually they kind of have a worse turn, but that may not happen for a while. We're again like pretty good on villager effect or villager count, so we can probably go again on a conspirator. It would be nice to get a trash in, even if it's just estate copper, or even if it's like silver estate copper, and we still keep 2 coppers, that would be okay. Obviously, the ideal is to like copper estate, but so let's take this. All right, this should be okay. There's something to maybe trying to get a wheelwright on a 5, but we don't have super great control over that. I think we just want the cards at this point rather than the gain, because there's like a pretty good shot of getting the nice Maelstrom. Yeah, okay. So we get a Maelstrom and minion, and then we have a, we haven't, again, the sad thing is not drawing, so far the sad thing has been not being able to do wheelwright for a minion, but that's okay. We're pretty far ahead. The trashing is just, we're going to end up with 5 of the minions, which is plenty here, and we're going to end up with just way more of the gains because they're not going to catch us on cleanliness and gain and play at this point. I think we're just going to toss this hand and see if we can get some wheelwright stuff going. Okay, we do. I would like, I believe, a second wheelwright here. Get the buy. This may not pan out, but it's got a decent shot of panning out. So we're going to get to another minion here. Yeah, okay. This can even be yet another wheelwright. And we can still discard for a minion. and buy 2 5s, which is nice. Okay, so this is pretty good. This would be like wheelwright skirmisher probably. Just to put a skirmisher in, we're going to be able to do the attack. It's not a huge attack after the minion, and against minion, it's not a huge attack, but it is a little bit. And they're friendly to, I mean, they're just reasonably good cards here. The conspirators are probably a little better than the skirmishers actually, but I do think putting 1 in is a pretty good thing to do. So we're going to go skirmisher wheelwright. We're going to start being pretty aggressive with our wheelwright. Or maybe aggressive isn't the word, but we're going to be able to start activating that a lot. For sure. Let's go ahead and take the buy. We may even do a Maelstrom and finish the estate in the silver at some point. Wouldn't be crazy. Let's get more conspirators. Have we played the skirmisher? Oh, we did already play the skirmisher. Well, let's go ahead and do the attack. This isn't a state, so... I have 3 buys. Okay. I don't know what the last card is. Doesn't matter a whole lot. It might be conspirator. It's probably a wash. It's probably conspirator, and there's like I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know if we really want a green yet. We could buy a province. I think I am going to go ahead and finish these off, though. They're not very good. There's no reason not to play like a little bit conservative here, because we're just so far ahead. I don't really need a 5th wheelwright. I could maybe use it, but it's a little less robust. I mean, probably the most, like, the safest thing to buy here is just town. Anything else we can just pick up on the turn. That was an insane hand to have tossed, but it's okay. There were literally nothing. This is our only non-action card right now, the province. So there was actually no way we were not activating conspirators. I guess if we had drawn another conspirator, then it wouldn't have been fully activated. But it's pretty good. The province is also pretty nice as wheelwright fuel. So we can just get conspirators. We should be able to get, I don't know, close to triple here, but we'll see exactly how much. That can be, drawing a wheelwright here would have been nice, but it's okay. We already have triple actually in hand, so we can get more I don't know if we have a pile out, probably not, but this is actually a pretty neat deck. We'd be knocking on quad on next turn, but I don't think we'll actually get there or need to. Sure, might as well do the 3. Night Watchman is not useful. We tossed. There probably are 4 provinces in deck. We probably can technically dud here. I don't think it's, well, at this point a dud means province. I'm gonna look for a minion. Okay. It maybe wasn't strictly speaking correct there, because we could have just taken single and that would be super safe, but let's get a lot of conspirators. I'm gonna leave one of these minions in the shuffle. Well, actually there's a bunch in there. The first hand they tossed was like all minions. Sometimes you don't want to play all your minions out, like play money for all of them before the last one if you're getting ready to trigger a shuffle, just to make sure you get through it. 4 buys here in 26 may be about as good as we can do anyway. So there may not be a lot of reason to play the towns for draw here. If we're just trying to maximize points, probably double duchy, double province is about as good as we can hope for. I don't know if there were more towns in there, maybe we could have done a little better, but that's about as good as we're gonna get, I think. So this is the AI's issue, right? They never bought Maelstrom. And in fact, did they buy coppers later on? What did they trash to I bought Maelstrom like 4 times. I guess 2 times it didn't give them a trash. Yeah, so I bought it 4 times. Twice it didn't give them a trash, and the other 2 times I trashed estates. So, but they never bought it themselves. So this is just you can't actually play minion decks. I mean you can, but it doesn't work with 7 coppers. It's just not a thing. This is of course a thing of beauty, indescribable beauty, unsurpassed in all decks. And it would have been nice to get 6 minions. And if I had maybe focused a little more on when to do the wheelwright stuff, I might have been able to get it. But overall, I was pretty happy. These are certainly the cards you want in the deck. But the order, of course, depends on shuffles and everything. So played out pretty nice. I mean, the Silver Patron Collision was pretty good was pretty nice on the reshuffle with 2 estates. That was great. And then from there was, once we got that hand, the number of bad draws we could get was kind of low, right? We were going to at least be able to buy a 4 on any hand. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a nice, it was very much an intriguey feeling kingdom because of minion, just a classic, and we had conspirator as well. Just a really classic minion deck. I love minion. Some people hate minion. Minion is one of my favorite cards in all of Dominion. So is wheelwright. This kingdom ruled. But anyway, I don't need to keep repeating that. So I'll catch you all tomorrow.